I think the secret to coming up with an idea or a story that will resonate with the audience is to know that audience inside and out. Sometimes a meme on Instagram will resonate with someone more than a 2,000 word feature. And I think it's that knowing that person, knowing what they're looking for from the content is the most important thing, really. Whether that's, a feature that has the power to help someone start running, or whether it's a review of a product that might help them run better. It's really knowing that audience and helping them make an informed decision.
So I think the secret to coming up with a really great feature idea is kind of taking what you know your reader loves and you've seen they love reading, and then expanding on that subject with a really kind of new or different take or opinion, a kind of different perspective that feels really like the brand you work with, but maybe it's something your reader hasn't seen before. So my piece about plastic period products and their effect on the environment, the ELLE reader loves eco-beauty. They were already interested and inspired by it, but we hadn't necessarily covered that subject. And it was an investigation that I personally didn't know about already. So as a writer, it was so interesting to do, and I knew our reader would be really engaged with it.
So the secret to having a good story online is to really know what your audience wants to know about, following the right accounts, using the right digital tools to find your stories via Google Trends, CrowdTangle, TweetDeck, all the social media platforms. And then once you find that story that your audience is really interested in, you might even find an angle that they're more interested in. So you can combine different celebrities, different topics, and you can use tools like Google Trends to find out what keywords will get you the most traffic. And don't be afraid to follow stories that are not necessarily in other people's agenda. So you can set your own agenda if you know what your audience is interested in.
So firstly, I think it's asking questions. I've always been afraid to kind of look like an idiot and ask, when I don't know something. But actually, I think not knowing can sometimes make your work better. So, I've asked a shoe designer what they mean by their technical jargon. I've asked our audience what they want from us on social media. And I think actually it's made my work better, knowing what people are looking for. And secondly, I think 2020 has taught me that even the most amazing content plan has to be able to change overnight. None of us could have predicted the pandemic, but more people are running than ever. So it's an exciting time to be a digital journalist.
So some of the skills that I really learned over the past year in my job has been to really learn how to prioritize and know where you should be focusing your efforts on. So working across brands has become the new norm for most or many digital journalists. So you kind of have to know where to focus your efforts on. Also, multitasking as a digital journalist, you need to know how to be writing your story, finding your next story, looking on Google Analytics to know which stories are doing well, so you can know what people are enjoying that day, that week, that month, and also finding unique angles for your audiences. And like I said before, setting your own agenda. So, for example, when we didn't really have that much going on one day, we looked at royal fan accounts, for example, and an old video of Cara Middleton giving an interview was resonating with a lot of royal fans. And we know their audience really love royal news stories, and there wasn't a lot going on that day. So we covered that, and that did very well. And that was from finding something that no one else was covering, using social media that's available to everyone. Just really finding those tools that will help you find the stories that really matter to your audience.
So the real difference when I joined my job at ELLE, I think, was how analytical it was. I came from a print background, and we'd really applied that workflow to creating digital content. And when I joined ELLE, the digital strategy was a whole beast of its own, and it was so informed, and it really took kind of information from our readers, what they loved, who was reading what, and we took that and created content that then built on that, and it was so informed, and we used so many platforms to make sure we know exactly what our reader wants and we're providing it.